Three things that I'm looking at in this Shakur Stevenson against Oscar Valdez unification bout at 130. Shoot, this fight to me, here's a couple things I'm looking at. I'm looking at one, how is the referee going to officiate this boxing fight? Is he going to let Valdez get ugly on the inside? Is he going to break it up a lot? How is he going to referee this fight is really going to determine a lot of it, if you ask me. To me, a lot of people are saying, well, Oscar Valdez has the power, but Shakur could outbox him. Shakur has the defensive prowess. There's a reason why Shakur is a 5-1 favorite. So that's one thing to look at, if you ask me. Number two is conditioning. Who's going to be well conditioned? I don't believe that there's going to be an early stoppage. I don't believe Shakur is going to come out and just start knocking off Oscar Valdez's head. He might start outboxing him. He might win the early rounds, maybe some middle rounds. But in those late rounds, rounds 9 to 12, who's going to be the more conditioned fighter? That's going to determine a lot when it comes to this bout. If somebody's going to get stopped, if one fighter is going to take advantage. Oscar Valdez, will he be in better condition? He's 7 years older than Shakur Stevenson. Will Shakur start picking him apart in those late rounds? So to me, look at conditioning. And then finally, the third element is the will to win. And I'm already going to say it's in favor of Shakur Stevenson. And the reason I'm saying that, I do believe Oscar Valdez wants to win every fight. I do believe Oscar Valdez, he's a game fighter. He's one of my favorite boxers out there right now. There's no denying that. I'm not going to sit here and hate on the guy. He's an excellent world champion. But if you just go on the history of things at 126, just the way he speaks on things, just the way that Shakur Stevenson speaks, and him even being surprised that he took this fight, him thinking that Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso pushed him into this fight. It seems to me that Shakur Stevenson really won this fight and believes that this is a legacy fight. He believes that he can send a message and really beat up Oscar Valdez. I'm not saying Oscar Valdez will lose or he's not ready for this fight. I just think there's extra motivation for Shakur Stevenson because he didn't think he'd get this fight. He's been calling out Oscar Valdez since 2018, and Oscar Valdez, of course, we don't know what he's thinking, but it doesn't seem like he was ever interested in this fight until now. And I'm shocked this fight is actually happening this early. I thought if they were to get into the ring together, it would be in 2023. So to me, that leans towards Shakur. I'm not saying that Valdez is going to come out here and act like he didn't want the fight. All I'm saying is that will to win, I'm giving that advantage to Shakur Stevenson. But those are three things to watch. How are they going to officiate this fight? Number two, conditioning, which people believe it's going to be in Shakur Stevenson's favor. And then three, the will to win. The will to win. Shakur wanted the fight more. I believe that he wants to win more than Oscar Valdez, who people are still scrutinizing him for the failed drug test. I'm Jansen Harris here with the Combat Sports Podcast.